Hey guys, I'm Jake from today'siphone.com. We have a lot of stuff to cover this week, so let's get started. Now obviously the thing on most people's minds this week is the Apple press conference that was held on Friday. Apple made a point of showing that not just the iPhone 4 suffers from the death grip issue. It affects certain BlackBerry devices, certain Android devices, certain Windows Mobile devices. Most of the stuff Steve was talking about was pretty predictable until he announced that they were going to give everybody a free case. Now, unfortunately, they haven't made enough bumpers to give to everybody who bought an iPhone 4, so they're teaming up with some third-party case makers to offer a wide variety of cases to people that want one. It'll be interesting to see what manufacturers Apple gets on board with this, considering it's probably pretty costly. Some other things Apple talked about is the white iPhone ships at the end of July. They're also working on a software fix to address the proximity sensor issues that a limited number of users are experiencing. Last week, we showed you some pictures of what could be the new front panel for the iPod Touch. It looked as though there was a place for a front-facing camera, which led people to believe that maybe Apple would be implementing FaceTime on the iPod Touch. Now this week, BGR got a tip that may in fact verify this. They have what seems to be a screenshot of an iPod Touch at the FaceTime activation screen, registering an email address in lieu of a phone number. This would make sense since Apple has made FaceTime an open standard and they want to make it as widely adopted as possible. In iPad news, Cam takes a look at a rumor from DigiTimes that states that Apple may be looking to produce a smaller iPad. The reported 5.6 and 7-inch screens would be geared more towards the e-reader market. It's anybody's guess on what this rumor means, but a small iPad just seems so familiar. Now, if you've already got an iPad, Apple released an update this week, 3.2.1. This update is purported to fix Wi-Fi connectivity, fix an issue involving single-page PDF attachments, fix an issue that could cause video playback to freeze, improve reliability of video out when using iPad dock connector to VGA adapter, and add Bing as a search engine in Safari's field. It's pretty standard stuff. I think at this point most people are waiting for iOS 4 to come to the iPad, but this is a nice incremental update. Hopefully we'll see iOS 4 sometime soon. Over on Jailbreak Tuesday, Bob tells us that they finally jailbroke the iPhone 4. Unfortunately, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer until you can break into your shiny new phone. The iPhone dev team says it's in streamline mode, which means that they're just trying to polish up the software before they release it to the masses. Fingers crossed that sometime soon. Developers got a treat this week when they were given the beta of iOS 4.1. Good thing for us though, they weren't the only ones who got a software update. If you haven't already done so, plug your iPhone 3, 3GS, or 4 into iTunes and update to iOS 4.0.1. Though upon closer inspection, the only noticeable difference is the size of the signal bars. Unfortunately, that doesn't really make a difference if you don't have a signal in the first place. Apple Insider got its hands on an Apple patent filed in March. Let's hope this isn't one of those Apple patents that make fanboys all over the world drool and never actually get made. Anybody else remember the flip iPhone? This patent, however, isn't for a new iPhone, it's for a new dock. It works in very much the same way that the Touchstone charger works for Palm devices. There are no physical conductors on this, which means placing your phone or iPad in this dock would allow you to charge or sync wirelessly. But I really don't think this is necessary. And finally, in app news, Firefox Home was just released on the iTunes App Store. This is different than Firefox Mobile, however. It's not a full-blown browser, but it lets you sync your history, bookmarks, and passwords with your Firefox on your desktop computer, and then you can open links within the application or open them in Safari. The app is free to download, so if you're a Firefox user, you should definitely check this out. Well, that's it for this week, guys. Thanks for watching. And remember, for more news, views, and reviews, check out today'siphone.com.